He will return this from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Right to the air. Here's Murray. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Vikings are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
11. Off the play fake, here's Burrow, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Again, it's Burrow on 2nd and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Price. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
11 MT, 11. Go. 12.
They snapped that at 1. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Another try after the first down sack. Murray throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
11.
They go play action with Burrow. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Now the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Murray now on first down. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Going for the deep ball. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, Paul. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. He'll field this at the 5. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Bengals drive about to get going. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
11, Thomas.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. He was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
Slot man moves right. After the sack on 1st down, Burrow, he finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
On 1, ready?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. In motion right, that's Harrison.
11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight. 11, MT, tight.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it, try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down.
11, 11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT. 11 mighty, 11 mighty.
Here's Burrow. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. 11, 11.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there.
I'm one, right?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
11, 11, 11.
Burrow will throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
McPherson on for the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes the score Bengals 17, Vikings 7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's Murray. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Finding space at the 40. And past the 40. Before was out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Murray now on 1st down. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. And Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half.
Here we go.
Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
11.
Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hendricks. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This one from 46 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
I'm fine, ready?
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And Burrow going to slide to the ground as he does pick up the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase.
And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And the Bengals first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Shaquille Griffin. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 16-yard line.
12. 11.
Burrow on play action. He'll buy some time right. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points.
The score, Bengals 31, Vikings 10.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now Murray off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down about the 33. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
15 more yards. That's another Vikings first down.
Murray now steps away. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 2nd and goal, Murray. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Trey McBride, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the...
And my goodness, another interception.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over at first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Second down, here's Mixon. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. The tight end in motion right. Back to Mixon on first down. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Here we go.
Second and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. Second and 10.
11-90.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
11.
On third down, Burrow. He's going to wind up and air it out. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. First and 10. First down, Murray. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 32-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now a handoff up the middle. Hendricks. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. first and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
Murray now to throw. And now here is another interception. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Well, this defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick 6.
And how about the way they've played this entire game? Not only have they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick 6s, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow. He's going to air one out. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. From the gun, Murray. And he rifles one incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, it's Murray. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And the Vikings are going to be looking at a first and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
Throwing again, Murray. Being chased out left. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here. It's a touchback And they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
11 empty, 11 empty.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
And they will take a knee here.
Gun. Stop.
And they take a knee. The last 2 plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12.
So it's the Bengals who come away with a win. And the man leading the way was their quarterback, CD. That's Joe Burrow.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for Cincinnati, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys.